welcome to a brand new episode here on my farm. Yeah. So I've got a little bit of an issue with a couple of my save games. I'm not too sure what the issue is. I've got a feeling that some other people mentioning no names has been playing with my save games, because when I loaded them in this morning, some were not there at all, and some were not how I left them. So I've got a feeling that, as I say, someone's been on them. It's not a problem. The ones that are not there, I know how to get them back. That's fine. But I wanted to get a video out, and as I say, we could do with having a little bit of a chatty one again. So last week, as you know, I did the video last Monday. It was all looking set for a fabulous week of recording, and it didn't quite work out like that. So I recorded on the Monday, I think. I recorded I recorded two videos on the Monday, so the one that I put out and then another one for Tuesday. Tuesday I recorded two more videos, so Monday I had a meeting, which meant I didn't release a video. Tuesday I should have had a meeting, but it got moved to Wednesday. So I did the video on Tuesday, and then but I recorded two videos that day. I put one up that day because it uploaded in time, which is a miracle. And then I recorded another one, and I thought that would be Wednesday's one because I've got another meeting, but I should be home in the afternoon to then record another video, which would then go out Thursday. So I recorded the videos as I was doing them, and they very magically disappeared from my computer also. Not only that, as well, I'm having huge issues with my memory. Not my memory as in the computer memory, although my memory is kind of going, oh, there's that much to remember. To be fair, just write it down, will you? Yeah, that's another story for another day. But as I say, but you know, those videos sort of disappeared as well. I don't know if that's my computer, or again, I don't know whether wandering hands have kind of thought, I know what I'll do. I'll spoil that for Dad too. So I don't know. You know, and I'm not going to throw around accusations because I don't know. I don't know enough about computers. I know that computers can sometimes lose things and what have you. So I just leave it at that. But as I say, this video is going out today, and I hope I find you all well on this Monday morning. It'll be Monday afternoon, hopefully, when you see this. If not, it'll be tomorrow. And as I say, I'm on my own. So this is my private sort of save game, if you like. Yeah, we're out with the class and the plough, and we're just ploughing. As you can see, we're in mid-March, and we are getting ready for spring drilling, which will start in April. We had a very, very, very cold winter here in Norfolk on the game, and so we're sort of a long way behind where I was hoping to be, but that doesn't really matter too much because, as I say, we can comfortably start planting and drilling in April, and that will still work out just fine. So, as I say, not too much of an issue. But yeah, I just thought I would do this farm just because, as I say, I wanted to sort of do a little bit of a chatty video. When was that? Friday morning last week. I was coming home from taking my little boy to school, and see the big forget the name, DeWolf 4-row potato harvester. It was right near the road, so I pulled over and sort of stopped and wanted to take a short video of it and then put it up on my YouTube channel. Because quite a few people have sort of said, look, with the sort of contacts you've got in the farming world, go and record some, put it up, it'll help, it will help you, sort of thing. And so I was going to record it anyway. I'd got my phone out to record, and I'm assuming a manager or someone, the farm manager or whoever came over to me and said, what are you doing? And I said, I was just going to get a little recording, I said, of the potato harvester, I said, and, sort of put it up on my YouTube channel. And they said, have you got permission? So I said, well, no. I said, to be fair, I'm not in the field. I said, I'm on the road. So I said, I don't really need permission to record from the road. And he said, you need permission to record my machinery. So I said, oh, okay. I said, fair enough. I said, I apologise. I said, is it okay if I, do a short recording? I said it would be like, sort of 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes probably maximum. Just do a little bit of talking over the top about what it is. And he said, oh, you know what it is, dear? So I said, well, yeah. I said, like, I used to work for, and I said the name of who I work for. And then it was a case of like, I reckon you used to come and help us out, didn't you? And I said, yeah, I did. Yeah. I said, I used to come and do your ploughing for you. And sort of after that, we got sort of embroiled in deep conversations about farming and about sort of everything to do with it. And because it completely slipped my mind, and because the next thing he said to me was, he goes, well, I'm about to go on there. So I said, all right. He said, he's the bloke driving has got to go. So I said, right. So he said, I'm going to take over. So I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. So anyway, I'd say this was quite early in the morning, so I kind of sort of thought, well, why did he bother turning up to work, But anyway, nothing to do with me. And so he said, come and have a ride. And I was like, yeah, I'd bloody love to. Like, I've never been on one of them before, and I do like to, sort of try and get on machinery that I've never been on before, And because I go on there and have a bit of a ride and a bit of a I'd talk about the sort of machinery, and it was actually really good. And then as I say, his phone went, and he goes, it's the bloody farm. He said, I gotta go. So I said, oh, right. So I said, I said, thanks very much for the ride. I said, and I really appreciate. He said, no. He said, you can drive this. I said, you what? He said, you can drive this. I said, what? I said, to be fair, mate, I said, I've never even been on one. But he said, yeah, it's all right. He said, you push that forward to go. He said, that's your up and down on your, what lifts the potatoes. I forget the bloody name of the, I can't remember what it was, but what basically goes into the ground, digs the potatoes out. So that lifts up and down like that. He said, like, that one controls your bunker. He said, like, literally, he said, all you do is, when you're full, he said, when you get to about 80%, he said, and then if you're at like the end of with the tractors and the trailers, he said, they're not going to come and run alongside you. He said, basically what you do is you get to the end and then stop, and then they'll just come underneath, and then you just sort of switch it on, and then they'll load the trailers from there. So I was like, okay. I said, right, fair enough. I said, are you sure about it? He said, yeah. He said, you're the man. He said, I got to go. He said, I'll be back in about an hour. So I said, oh, okay, fair enough. So anyway, I'm now driving this bloody DeWolf potato harvester. I've never sort of been on before in my life, and I had a fantastic time. It was really, really good. And when I got off, and to be fair to him, actually, he was a little bit over an hour. And as I say, it was only meant to be a little, it was like literally meant to do like a sort of, 5-minute video of me just chatting what they were doing, whose farm it was, the size of the field, because I know the field very well because I've ploughed it a lot. And sort of a little sort of, talk about the potato harvester and the fact that they've got 4 of them in the field, and they're all 4 were brand new that year. As I say, like, that was kind of my intentions, and as I say, I ended up being part of the team for an hour. So it It was very good, you know. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, and because then, like, when he came and sort of I stayed on there, you know, sort of, I don't know, for about another half hour or so, 40 minutes. And he said to me, he said, I don't suppose you fancy coming to plough it, do you? I said, I'd love to, mate. I said, I really would. I said, but nah, I said, I can't. I said, he said, what? He said, you can have a job if you want one. I said, he said, like, we'll take you on. And I said, nah. I said, like, I sort of explained everything. And he said, yeah, don't worry about it. He said, like, if you get a day you wake up, you don't feel so good. He said, like, don't come in. I said, nah. I said, to be fair, I said that would be, you know, a lot of days. I said, and you know, I said I can't work like that. I said, because basically you're going to put me on a I'll pay you when you work sort of contract. And he went, well, yeah. So I said, yeah, exactly. I said, like, I said I can't afford, you know, to lose the money. I said, to be fair, I said I didn't even expect to have a ride today. I was just, you know, wanted to do a little short film. And he said, oh, you can go and film it now if you want. Go and film them there if you want. He said, I'll give you permission. So I said, oh, thanks. I said, I've got to get off, mate. I said, I'm supposed to be in a meeting. So I had to go. But yeah, it's really good. Really, really good. And like I say, you know, things would have been different. Like, if things had been different, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. In terms of, I'd still be working on the farm that I was working on. You know, and then again, you know, if sort of, you know, other things had not worked out the way they had, you know, I wouldn't have even been on that road that day. Anyway, that morning, anyway, I'd have been sat in front of my computer or, you know, chomping on some breakfast or something. You know, so it's just how things work out sometimes, isn't it? But as you can see, my other tractor, because I've got two tractors working, not both of us are not ploughing. So I've got an a Zeron, is it called? I think I can't really pronounce the tractor, but a Zeron 5000 crawler also working. That's pulling our top down. And that's also doing cultivations ahead of spring drilling. And as I say, like, but that seems to have wandered off the course, so we'll go and have a look. I'll show you quickly around the farm as well. Why have you? Well, you don't look like you've wandered off the course to me. Don't know why that's going. Anyway, we'll turn it, swing him round. Excuse the rough bit of driving, but I'm just trying to get him back on his course, and then he can go again. Right, if I get him past that and then do that, he should drive on. Yeah, there you go, he gets himself in line. Right, what I'll do is I'll show you around the farm. So this tractor shed, so everything's been put away for the winter, just very quickly. So obviously this is our sprayer, an Amazon Pantra 4502, it's 36 meter wide sprayer, and that's our sprayer. So these are three of our tractors, and obviously we've also got a class. So basically everything on this farm is class that can be. So that's, as I say, that's our tractors, our forklift, and then we've got obviously another tractor here, and then another tractor down there that's got the Amazon 6-meter mounted drill on at the moment. Because at the end of last year it became wet while we were drilling our wheat, and so we had to use the wet weather drill rather than the Verdostat. So this is our Verdostat, obviously, and you've just seen the crawler with the top down on. So it's 9 meters drills, obviously 36 meter tram lines for our sprayer. And we've got the rolls, and then we've got our lime spreader. This is 33 meters wide. It needs a wash actually by the looks of that, and it's wearing a little bit. So we bought this second hand. Pretty much that was second hand, but we've repainted it. I've got a feeling they may have been second hand and I repainted them. I can't remember now. That is, and we didn't repaint it just because well, it's sort of going to get ruined anyway because it spreads lime, and that's all it spreads. It doesn't spread nothing else. We put liquid fertilizer on. So here you'll remember from the original farm or the original map, that there was a cow barn here. But what I've done is put in a workshop. So I put a workshop in here, and obviously this machinery shed here, basically because when you have cosplay compacting these silos, the old cow barn that was here, originally put down by Farms in Briscoe, the sort of fence that ran across the front was too far forward, and it wouldn't compact the thingy. So as I said, I took the cow barn, because I don't want the cows anyway. I took them away, and then basically put in, as I say, the shed. So just quickly before we go to the other side, so this is our class. There is a good reason why it is sat there at the moment. I'm not going to tell you the reason why it is, but there is a reason why it's sat there. So this area here, I've leveled this, starting to build and expand, and we'll go a bit further this way down here. But yeah, so I'm starting to, as I say, level this out and expand it, and we'll go, as I say, we'll go a little bit further down there. This is obviously our factory. So when I loaded the game in, we had already had some carrots and parsnips. So we've done that, and that's all pretty good. And then obviously we've got our sugar factories here, because we had an absolute mountain of sugar beet. Sorry. So I needed to turn them obviously into sugar. To sell them for obviously a better price than just basic sugar beet. But I'm thinking I am going to get rid of those sugar factories now, because the sugar beet that we're going to grow, we're only going to grow a field a year now, and to be fair, I shan't be growing any this year because of how much sugar beet this farm that I've got did have. And then we put the hay pelletizer in, and we're going to do hay and stuff like that, and straw pellets. Again, just because they're worth a bit more money doing that, but you do lose some obviously, because there is a conversion rate, which is understandable, and that's fine. So I've no real sort of issue with that, but overall I think we will still get more money for doing it that way. So that's that, and then obviously I put that machinery shed down there. So here, so again, I've leveled it off a little bit, raised it up. I don't make things look as nice as Farms in Briscoe, but I've raised it up basically, and then sort of left a gap there. Could do with filling that in really, and then this side is originally the grass. There was a grass field on the farm, and again I've leveled all this off and then put these sheds. So I've not used them so far, but they're going to be eventually for potatoes and sort of carrots and not onions, parsnips and red beets. Obviously two more four more machinery sheds there, but they'll be for the elevators and stuff like that. And then go round here. Where is it? There it is. Quickly go through here and then into this farm, which we own as well. So this is sort of farm 2, but it's next door to farm 1. Not a lot here has changed, but there are some changes. So I've pretty much kept all of it as it was, apart from down here where again there was another cow barn. I think there was a cow barn here, and what I've done is basically taken again out the cow barn, leveled it, and then put 2 more grain stores here. So last year was the first year. You load the game in, it starts in August, you combine, you've not done no preparations, there's been no fertilising, so don't really count that year. But I did take the crops that was there, and tried to sell them off. Obviously, I made a little bit of money. I didn't make a lot of money. And as I say, the vast majority of the farm was carrots, parsnips, and sugar beet. And I had 2 fields, I think it was 2 fields of potatoes, and then some fields of wheat, and that was basically the farm. I'll show you the farm again in a minute. So I also own this. I've just bought the piggery, and I also own the let me have a look. So I own the piggery. So this basically is the farm. So that's the farm that we're currently walking around. That's obviously the farm that I just quickly ran across to, and that's where I've put all the new grain stores up. Obviously we own all this round here, all this up here, down here, and then here, and then if we come down a bit, this field here, and then we own the dairy and all of that. But although there are cows at the dairy at the minute, and I have changed the dairy as well actually, so I will plonk myself down. I have made some chicken. Where am I? So I need to go through here. There we go. So I've made some changes here at the dairy as well. I haven't changed the piggery. I've not done anything to that. I've just literally bought it and put pigs in. So this is all obviously as it was. This is all standard. But I've put that in. So I've taken away the cow barns that were here, and basically I've put this one in, but I regret putting it in now, not because it's done anything to the map or anything like that, but I don't really want the hassle of the cows, basically. So, yeah, so I've put that in, but everything else has stayed the same. There's our windrower. As I say, everything else has stayed the same. And then we just got cows over here as well, but these are beef stock and they're obviously dairy. I probably will keep them, but it's just not something that I really want to get too involved with, if I'm honest. So yeah, and then as I say, I haven't done nothing to the piggery, so there's sort of little point looking at that really, because I haven't done nothing to it. But yeah, and as I say, the eventual sort of goal is that obviously we'll own the map, and we'll be farming it properly. Precision farming is on. Should be able to show you that. Yeah, so as you can see, precision farming is on, and so we should be. We should all be good with that as well, once I start to get things turned around, because like I say, it's sort of like my first farming year, if you like. It says year 2, but this is like so I've drilled all the wheat, we've drilled winter wheat, winter oats, and some no, I didn't do any winter barley in the end, so I did winter wheat, winter oats, and canola. So that's what I've drilled, and I've drilled all of the small little awkward fields down at the dairy, well, all the fields at the dairy, and any fields on this farm that are really small and awkward, where in real life you would now put that into SFI, I've put it into grass, and then we will obviously cut the grass, turn it to hay, and then pellet the hay, and then put it through the pelletizer, and then we'll do that. So so that will, as I say, that will be done as well, and hopefully we'll be sort of quite big in hay. So basically I want to sort of kind of get this farm round to eventually being big on hay, big on straw, pellets, and then like a sort of more vegetable based farm and that was one thing I did like about Homeworld. Although there was a lot of issues to the map and a lot of the textures were out and all of that sort of bad stuff, it had onions, and so you was able to sort of grow the full range of sort of veg you know, that as I say, that I was wanting to grow. On here, obviously, we haven't got onions, but I've got potatoes, I've got sugar beet, I've got parsnips, carrots, and red beets. Unfortunately, I haven't got field beans either, nor peas, which again I had on Homeworld. But yeah, you know, as I say, I do sort of the best I do, and that's kind of what I'm sort of up to, really. As I say, we've got this field to plough, and then directly where I'm sort of looking, just over there, there's a grass field, and then beyond that is a massive field, field 66, I think it's is its number, and I've got that to plough as well. But this plough is very, very good. GPS doesn't work all that great with it, but just in case, just stop again, anybody is wondering, they are the numbers that you want to get this plough to work with GPS, so that it's flawless. You don't want no offset either. The offset is your presses, but you don't count your press. That's not ploughing, that's cultivating, that's doing a separate job. So when you try and do it with auto, you just press the auto width and everything. The GPS mod sets the plough or the width far too wide because it doesn't really know where to take the measurement from. I think it gets confused because of the presses on the outside. I have tried it without the presses, but it does still do a really weird width. But I'm wondering if in the game files the game still knows that those presses should be there. All you've done basically is hide them. So as I say, so what I did was put that 6-meter Amazon drill on, drove it along the yard, made a GPS thingy for it, and then copied the numbers and got really, really fluky and managed to get the numbers exact on this plough. And as I say, no offset, because the offset is your press, and that doesn't count because it's not a part of the machine that you're going to be ploughing with, so that doesn't count. And then just run it as a 6-meter, basically 6-meter seed drill, really. Yeah, just sort of keep going up and down. And as I say, I've been flying across this field, honestly. Like I started that field sort of fairly late-ish last night when I was playing. You know, just sort of bit of chill time for Dad. And as I say, I started that last night. I turned it on this morning at about, I don't know, 9:15, and I was sort of ploughing away. And I thought, well, I don't know, I could do a video on this. So the reason why I'm not sorting out the other save games is because I've got some phone calls because of something that happened last week. I've got a couple of visitors coming today. So I'm not looking forward to that one. And then hopefully I should be able to then sit down sort of around lunchtime, and this afternoon should be able to sit down then and get my save games back and hopefully get recording on them again. So that'll be another 1950s. I will do Britain's. I would also like to do this week my second Carmlands to go with the first one that I did, but I didn't quite in the end get the chance to do the second one. I'd also like to do, obviously, my save on my proper save on this, the chicken farm one. I forget what I called it, Sunnyside Up Farms. And I would also like to do a year in the life of, because I've been really enjoying that. And as I say, I'd like to do that as well. And then we'll see where we are. But as I say, next week I won't be able to do any recording whatsoever because my little boy's on half term and he just ain't going to let me do that. So, you know, he can't even let me sort of listen to football for a few hours on a Saturday afternoon, you know. But so he isn't going to let me sit and record and then edit and then, you know, do all the other stuff that I need to do. So next week again there won't be no videos, but I'm hoping that after that I'm really hoping after that I should get back into my schedule again, and then should start getting back in front, so that the videos will just come even if I am busy. They'll still come because I'll be in front. It's just the way things have worked out, and I knew things were not going to be easy. I knew it was going to be really hard, but it's turning into a lot harder than what I gave it credit for. And yeah, it's like I say, it's challenging, but I will get back, as I say, where I want to be in terms of YouTube and doing, what I want to be doing. And because I know it's suffered over the last few weeks, but ultimately it isn't going to suffer because I won't let it, because I really enjoy doing it. I'm probably not that good at it, but in terms of making, sort of a really clever production, sort of like Scroft and Daggerwin that makes, sort of, lovely edited videos and everything. I'm probably not that good, but I enjoy doing it, and so therefore, and also as well, it gives me something to do in the day, and gives me a focus and gives me something to concentrate on. So I don't sort of want people to think, oh, that's it, he's done half a year, and now he's got bored of it. It's not that at all. Like I say, things change dramatically at the end of August, beginning of September, and I'm still sort of trying to get my head around all of that. And I'm hearing stories of his past that no parent wants to hear, and I'm sort of trying to sort that out and trying to help, but. And then, as I say, with all the meetings, and then sort of you then got to do YouTube. Or by the time I get round to sort of, okay, I'm sat in front of my computer, he's then in bed. The problem is that because we're waiting for I'm waiting for my own house. The computer, me and my son sleep in the living room, so I still can't record because he's asleep, 3 feet from the computer, or a little bit more than 3 feet from the computer, but he's in the same room, so I still can't do it. Obviously when we get our own place, that will be different, and that then also won't affect, I won't then be affected in half term either, because I can record in the evenings when he's in bed, hopefully asleep, although I won't be holding my breath. But yeah, that's what I can do. So anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I just wanted to share the story about the potato harvesting, because it was, as I say, it was an unexpected gift and surprise. And sometimes I think life does that. And I think when you are going through a really difficult time, I think it's hard to maybe keep in mind that sometimes, life can deal you some, a rough hand sometimes or whatever, but life can also deal you some really good hands, and they come at the most unexpected times, and that hour or so, recharged my batteries. It was kind of, this is how good life used to be, and it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. So massive thank you to the people that allowed me to do it. And if ever you're short, don't ask me. I'm joking. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. As I say, just wanted to share that. Really appreciate it. If you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the channel. It seems that I'm stuck around sort of 519, 520, so I'm sort of kind of flicking between those two numbers almost on a daily basis. So if you think you've subscribed, but it actually turns out you haven't, then hit that subscribe button if you like what I do. If you don't like what I do, then don't. That's basically all I can say. But hit it anyway. Just because you'll make a ginger very happy. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.